One of the things, some people call it a gift, some people call it laziness, is the joy I love bringing the patient or the client as directly involved in learning a skill immediately, how they can take that home and apply it. I used to have a really large practice where I was the main doer. They came in, I did the stuff with them, they left, they got better. But it was me seemingly doing it. It was like my energy. But it was really gratifying because when they made these huge shifts, it was like, well, I know I did it. And then something clicked, and it's like, I guess it's realizing, I really love it when the client gets it. The client learns from themselves. The client learns all sorts of new ways that they can immediately implement what we just shared. So I know if I've only with them one time, that's enough to make a big difference. I had an opportunity to help someone in a bathroom at the First Uniting Technologies. One of the things that I loved about the PIP is that it showed me what I knew, what Dr. Reyna knows, that I'm full of light here. I have a really huge, this whole area is green and blue, and I just love loving. And when I deny that love, it's not so much fun. But in the bathroom, a gentleman shared with me that his brother died exactly 1 year earlier. And right then, we did a process. And that process affected him so greatly that he shared it with me 5 years later. He said, David, I was ready to commit suicide. And that moment, your love touched me. You made a shift that you put an issue right up in front of my eyes. Why we were peeing together. I mean, he's over there and I'm doing my thing. And that shift was so profound for him that he didn't want to not just take his life, but he became an incredible healer in his own right and has many of these devices and helping hundreds and hundreds of people per year, but he doesn't do it for any payment. That's part of his thing. Kind of neat. But you never know how you affect people. And you never know the Johnny Appleseeds. But one of the things I love is if I can give a client one thing that he can go home and help his child or son or next door neighbor with their homework, or because they're not doing their homework well or whatever, I feel really good. So that's what we love to do in our clinic, is give people wonderful education of ways that they can help themselves. And in the process of that, we get paid really well when people do their homework, when they get that full patient compliance. And then and we get incredible compliance. And then the real fun thing is when they call up and they said, I think we need to have another session. Is there something I can do before I get in there? I said, sure. Do you remember those skills that you learned? And they go, yeah. Well, let's do one right now on the phone together. And then they get better. Do you get the idea? So I'm really in involvement. Please. So this is something that I learned, actually was able to create about 5 years ago. And we've been implementing it. And every time it works, did you ever do something so powerful that you stop doing it? It works so well. Well, this was one of the things that 7 years ago helped develop with a gentleman out of Sweden. It worked so well that we just stopped doing it. So let me share it with you. And we're going to have you now stand up. And someone asked, you said, I'm out of energy. So if I could be your fairy godfather, I don't have the equipment to be your fairy godmother, but I can be your fairy godfather. What is it that you desire to get out of this workshop and the rest of your time here?
I desire to leave from here with the information available to me to help other people.
Okay.
Themselves.
Okay. And what do you want to get out of this workshop?
I want to make the money so that I can be able to do the traveling and the education.
Okay. So you want to gain some wonderful insights to create more income for you, your family, and your practice. Okay. And I think you want a lot of energy.
So I can withstand the people.
Bingo.
Ideal.
Okay, so you want answers to the other. What would you like?
It's pretty much the same thing.
Same thing. What would you like?
Me as well, and family. There was some extra equipment I wanted to use first with family, especially, and then.
Okay, so you want to.
Basically what you said.
Okay.
To be able to learn more of the techniques that I can bring to different clients. And,
Okay, well, we're not going to get into. Well,
But we've done that this week.
right. Okay, but I'm talking in the next hour. What would you? I'm your fairy godfather. You ask, I want this,
Yes.
and what is that?
Okay, and I would like to be able to have the funds to
Bring
do
it
all
to the
same
masses.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to get out of the next hour? I'm your fairy godfather. I'm going to give you 3 wishes. What are those 3 wishes? Okay. And is there anything out of the material that you want to receive to help you in your practice more, or that's not a big deal?
If I will have this, I will have.
Okay. So out of that, you can, and that's fine. What's fun is we're pattern makers. I hope out of what I share, you will have those things. And if you get really specific, I would love a technique. I would love a new framework where I can make 3 times the money that I'm doing now and work less and enjoy it more. Is that possible? Would you like that? See, now you're being really specific. But if you don't ask for it, you don't get. If you don't ask, you get to receive all sorts of stuff. So Dr. Rob, what would you love to get out of the next hour?
3 things. 1, all of those. 2, no worries about financial income, so that I can just live. And 3, enough income to buy what I need to buy in terms of equipment.
Okay, so for me that's not specific enough, okay, but it's great, it's a start. I would like to learn ways that I can be paid more for what I do. Would that be something really cool? I would like to find ways where I can be paid more for what I do. Would that be okay? Would that fit into your model or no? You would like that?
To have enough to buy what I need to buy. Sorry, didn't misunderstand.
Okay. I would like to receive more than I'm receiving now for what I do. Would you like that?
Not much. As it goes at the moment, that's fine. If it remains like that, then that will be fine.
Okay, well then where's the money coming from?
From the continuation of it is going.
Okay. All right, if I'm working an hour, I have a choice. I can receive 75 for an hour, or I can receive $1 million for that hour. Okay? I mean, we got it at the same hour. I know some people making $100 million in a year. So they're doing just the same amount of time that I'm doing. I'm trying to hone you down, Rob. That's all I'm trying to...
And I'm answering that. In our society, money is also other people's sweat and work. And therefore, I want to know where the money comes from. I'm looking for a balance.
Okay.
Again?
No, but that's all right. So, would you like to receive more money than you are now in your life?
Just a little.
Just a little. Oh, I'll guarantee that one for you. And some people I would like to have a lot. Okay, and that's fine. There's not one is not better than the other because you're going to get it. I'm just trying to hone down what it is. You know, some people think it's gluttonous because their desire is to have a $4 million house. If you live in Rapid City, South Dakota, but a $4 million house would only be a 2-bedroom in San Francisco. You know, again, I don't want a 2-bedroom. I want a mansion and the slaves to go with it. You know, some people, whatever. Again, I'm just making fun. So all this is to hone your idea down, because I know you want more energy today. You just said it. I want that laser to give me more energy so I can go on. And I know I want what? I want to be able to be so strong that the other stressors in my life won't affect me like they were. And I want to make more money so I can do the things I really want to do. So you don't want to get paid to do, you would like to get paid to be, maybe. For me, that's where I want to be shifted. Okay, so hone it. So what it is you receive your thing. Now, some of the people that I work with just want to be able to get their homework done, like my 15-year-old. I just want to be able to concentrate to get my homework done better. And I'll use this technique with them. And then I have someone else who I would like to be able to not bleed as much during this period of my period. That's the thing. What I'm trying to get you here is to receive your statement of desire, wish, or intent. Okay, and we already just got one we're going to work on. Now, in the military, what do? They go, attention, and you put your feet together, right? So I'm going to ask you, put your feet together. And when you were little kids, what did you do? You put your hands on your ears, and then you heard something inside. You went, la, 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 because it sounded so differently inside. And I want this statement for you to hear in your core. Totally in you. In your core. So, when we state what we're going to state, because everyone's going to be a little different, all right, we're going to state those things, and then we're going to move our legs out to the side, like attention, and then at ease, and then you put your legs apart. That will lock it in. Literally, in kinesiology, it locks in the statement. So now, the physiology of that person is going to be different with that statement locked in than if I checked them without that statement. Believe me, it's so wild. I can use any assessment tool in their whole physiology because their physiology is now locked in that statement. And now we're going to balance different meridians. We're going to tap. We're going to do different things like, if I do this, what do you think I'm doing? Governing and central meridian, I'm stimulating. Pondering. Absolutely. Why do we do this? To stay in our forebrain. To stay in the here and now. If you were going to say something to someone, hey, I want you to sit down because I got some bad news. And they immediately put their hand on their head because they're trying to stay here and now. Right? You do these things naturally. Do we ever do this? Or what Dr. Rob is doing here? Right? That's just another position to balance or have a physiological shift in our physical being. That's all. This is what she's doing. You know? Yeah, I surrender. Or we're open. You know? Or whatever. It's all. But so many times we do these things. Did you ever see people do that? All right? I mean, we're doing that all the time. You know, or we're running. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my son just came home. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my husband or my wife. Oh, no. But now we're going to do it more consciously. That's all. We're just going to put some consciousness to you to receive your desire, your wish, your intent in a way that you're going to possibly get it in ways you never believed of just through a very simple process. So attention. We're going to put our hands here, okay? And you're going to cover them. You may not even be able to hear me, okay? So I want more energy right now.
I want more energy right now.
I'd like more balance.
Right now!
Balance. And receive love. What was yours? Love. And what else? Love and...
Love, health, patience.
Love, health, and patience. I want to be able to receive a 6-figure income and be open to all new ways to create income for myself that I never thought of. That's mine. So say what you want. Come on, say what...
I want to create a 6-figure income.
Yeah, say what you'd like.
Balance!
I want to say balance. All right? All right, then boom, put the legs apart. Okay? Put the legs apart. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to start out by stimulating the governing and central meridians. Okay, right in here. Just I like touching here when I do it. That's me. Okay? It's another point. And then I'm going to stimulate my K27 meridians, right? Right here. Doesn't matter right now. It's more important to stimulate. Now, in my case, I'm a little more sensitive on my right side. Usually I'm on my left. These are right here. Yeah. Okay. Storehouse of energy. There's lots of ways to... Yeah. Oh, there, you just breathe. Do you feel that? Yeah, that's nice. Now you're going to rub your tailbone vigorously. If I'm on a computer, I'm going to hit that point. I'm on that computer. If
Long strength is called.
Thank you.
Long strength.
Really good at some
Strength that
people.
lasts a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like rubbing my belly, just for good luck.
We can
Right?
do it at the same time.
Yeah, actually, you can. Now,
Sea of energy.
you're going to put one hand on your forehead. Because have you ever seen it, if your vision is really narrow and a car goes really fast through it, whew, but if your vision is here and that car comes, you can see it a long time, right? We are literally going to change your perception of time right now. Because if you're tunnel vision, your perception of time is going to be short. But if your eyes are open, your perception of time is totally different. You might even have all the time you need to do anything. Or time might even change. So, one hand on the forehead. Now this is going to be the hard part. You're going to go up here, and you're going to make a circle. Don't move your head. Put your coffee down and follow us. Okay? And we're going to move it around. We're going to move it around. Okay? We're going to look at that hand, in my case, and I'm going to move and stretch my eyes. And you're going to notice there's some places that those eyes will hurt. Right up here, guys, look at me. Up here, it tweaks for me. So I'm going to remember that. Okay. Around. Ooh. It's okay to breathe. Now I'm going to ask you to go the other way. I did clockwise first. Now I'm going to go counterclockwise. Good. Good. Look at your hand, not at me. You're doing it right, but look at your hand. You really want to move.
You want to stretch this as far as you
Yes.
can see?
Yeah.
Move that circle until it's so that it's still in your sight, but not.
I got her good on that one. So I felt like a little kid. Look at the hand. Okay.
Is it where you see it?
That's really good because you're.
Something?
Yes, it does actually. And if we get into NLP, there's whole models. Now here's a tough one. Put hand on the back of the head, hand on the front head. I changed hands, by the way. And the reason I did that is to make it easier. Now I'm going to close my eyes. You can do this. Close your eyes. Put your hand in the back and the front. And now you're going to stretch. Your eyes are closed. Stretch all the way up 12 o'clock. Now I want you to go to 3 o'clock. Now I want you to move your eyes to 6 o'clock. Now 9 o'clock. Now back up to 12 o'clock. So 12 gently to 3. 3 gently to 6. 6 gently to 9. 9 back to 12. Now let's move it in the opposite direction. 12 to 9. 9 to 6. 6 to 3. 3 all the way up to 12. And let's just circle it around a few times. Oh, I'm glad I needed that. Good. It's a very different feeling doing that with your eyes closed, isn't it? Did you notice that some of the places that were twingy before weren't twingy then? Or other places were really twingy? Now why? Because when your eyes are closed, you're looking and you're in your space very differently than when your eyes are open. Sometimes, did you ever hear, oh, I got broadsided in the bright of day? Very different than getting broadsided at night. Again, it's just ideas. What we did differently is we asked a statement, put ourselves in that statement, and then like a military person, a 10 shot, did a statement that we would like. So put your feet together. Put your a 10 shot. Okay, put your hands on your ears and say, I want to get as much as I can out of this workshop. Say it out.
I want to get as much as I can out of this workshop.
I want to be calm.
I want to be calm.
And loving.
And loving.
And patient.
And patient.
And cute.
And cute.
And now out to the side. The legs out to the side. Okay, and I want you to balance here. Okay. Yeah. And now you're going to go up here. We're going to just get you up to speed. Both fingers. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now you're going to touch the bum. Yeah. The bum. All right, now we did that. Now we get to unfold our earlobes from the inside out. So I'm going to go inside my ears first. Like in here, you see it? That's not my earlobe. What's that first, that lower part? Okay, so we're going to, communication in the back. We're going to go for the whole inside of the ear. Okay? Okay, now I've done my inside of my ear really good. I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to unfurl it, and I'm going to try and do every little millimeter in my ears. And I'm going to roll them. You can do it vigorously. You can do it lightly, whatever works for you. But vigorous is good. Oh, baby, that's what I needed right there. Big shift. We can do incredible stimulation in the whole body in just 5 minutes, just on the ears. In educational kinesiology, we used to call it putting your ears on. And it's really interesting because in a classroom, when I find there's no attention, I ask the students to put their ears on. And they grab their ears, and it's amazing how much better they hear, and it's amazing how much more attention we receive. All right. Oh, good, you got that. All right, so now, what new awarenesses do you have in your body right now? Do you feel you have more energy than before? So you feel what?
More energy. I feel clearer in my mind, and I feel like I'm capable now of accepting the information you're going to give me.
Awesome. But now you can.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Very strong. I have this projection coming out.
Awesome. Feel betterer.
Right.
Okay. Just in a few minutes.
I feel more openness from here down, and my eyes are clear.
Do you see better, you think? Your eyes are glistening now. Before they were tired. Like, oh, another program. You know, not in a bad way, but So you came in a little bit later. What are you feeling? You feel cute?
Yeah, no cheese.
Dr. Rob, how are you feeling different? Or are you not?
My ears are glowing. Hasta luego.
Colega.
Que te vaya bien.
Camarada.
Que te vaya bien.
Thank you. So do you feel any different?
Yeah.
Do you feel a little more, what?
A little more open.
Yeah, loving?
Sure.
Yeah. Patient?
No.
No? No, even more devilish. You are cute. The cute word for you. And how are you feeling? Yeah, see, for you that's important. I'm trying to still read what DKNY stands for, so it's like... But I can see it now. Before, I couldn't see that. I literally couldn't read it. Now it's very clear. So for me, that's really good. Hopefully, I will soften up quite a
I think
bit.
it makes me more present, and there gets the chatter out of my head.
Yeah.
I have a lot of chatter in my head.
Yeah. So that's what this part is, because it's 12 steps to attainment, asking and receiving with your body. I like to call it an active prayer. That I'm getting all of me involved in the prayer. And when I get all of me that I'm aware of in the prayer, it's amazing. Now, when I share that, do you think now you could share this with someone just by rereading that? Okay, and it's powerful. The next time your son or daughter have a hard time with homework, let's do something together that will help then the next 50 minutes even be more profound. So maybe we can do more in 30 minutes than it would normally take 2 hours to do something. Do you get it? Yeah. The client is hurting. The client is in pain. Hey, what is it that you want to receive? You know, I just want to be heard by my husband. I would really like this in my work. Put it in circuit. And then receive that. You know, we can apply it anywhere. That's one of the problems with this, is because it's an unlimited thing that we can apply.